Hello, friends. We are learning our subject Python for Data Science 3150713. In that, we are learning our module 1, that is overview of Python and data structure. So now what we want to know is we want to learn index error and return list from a function, right? We have seen return from functions, that is return string and return tuple in previous lecture, right? So let us have L1 is equal to empty list and print L, it runs fine. But if we haven't returned this L1 is equal to empty, it will give us a name error, or otherwise we can say L1 is not defined, right? And if we try to access it as L1 of 0, it will raise the index error, right? Let us check it out. Let us say print, but it should be defined or not, whether we have already used. It is available. So we can say, let us have say LLL1, right? That we haven't used. For that, I am pretty sure. So it says name error, right? What I mean to say is the variable, maybe say simple variable or list variable or tuple variable, if I use it directly, it gives me error, that is a name error, right? If I try to use, we know that this is the error, right? So if I'm trying to give it as say some index here, say 0, then also it should give us error only, isn't it? It is name error, right? And if it is available as the simple variable, we can say it will give us the index error. Or you can say that index is not available to us, then it can give you the index error, right? So maximum index is say till 5, and if we are trying to access it as 6, it will give us index error. That's what we have already seen, isn't it? So let us see some more. That is, if we want to use it as L1 of 0 or L1 of something, then we should at least give it as list. Okay, if it is not given, it will say error, that is the name error, and L1 is not defined. Now, if I try to do this way, you can say we have already defined it as list. Then we are printing the list and we are trying to assign the value, that is L1 of 0 is 5. And then after we want to append. Let us check it out what it gives us. Error. Why error? It is index error. Why error? List assignment index out of range. You can say 0. Why it is out of range? Because the list which is defined here, if we say print, say len of L1, what will it give us? Zero. Okay, its length is 0. No element is available, so how can we access the 0 element out of it, right? 0 element, that is the first index, whatever is accessible, isn't it? So we cannot use this directly. What we should do that is, we can say, we should give it as L1 dot append 5. After that, if we are trying to access it as L1 of 0, then it will not raise any error, right? We can say it is available because here we have appended one item, and so one item is available in the list. Fine. Now, what we want to have is, this is a function which returns a list. Okay. So what is defined in this function? That is L1 is equal to none multiply by len of L. Whatever is the list passed to this function, for that, what we want is the value, whatever is there, plus 2 should be there. This function will return a list which is, say, list L is there. So whatever are the elements in that, we can say plus 2 is done, and that's what this function will return. Okay, so for that, we should have the list available which is having the same size that of our original list, that is L. Okay, and the value, it should not be 0, 1, 2, anything, but it should be none, right? Let us see. If this is not done, then it will give you many such errors like index error or name not found error and many things. Like so we should first write it as L1 is equal to none multiply by len of L. See, if we write this way, that is L1 is equal to this way we create only empty list. It will not allow you to access any index. We have just seen that, right? Whether it is L1 or LA or whatsoever, but this is empty list. So if we are trying to access it as L1 of 0, it gives us error, right? So we cannot have it something like this. So we should create a list which is having the length that is same as the L, right? That is our original list, right? Whose elements we want to take, do operate, and then after we want to store in the new list, that is L1, and that we want to return. Okay. So for that, we need to have this one line which is mandatory for us. That is L1 is equal to none in the list, and then after you can say multiply by len L, right? That many times we want to have it, right? So that is, you can say repetition, right? Repetition is that. Okay, so after this, what should be the value of this L1? Print L1. Okay. Let us write this, and then after we'll run when we'll call this function. Okay. After that, whatever it is, we are not going to see. Here we have return printed. So let us run this. We'll understand the logic of this a bit later. Let us see this for this one only. So first of all, it will call the function and it will print the list where it is containing none, none, none. Why it is? Because whatever list we are passing, it is having the length as 3, and here what it does is none and repetition operator, that is, and after that len of L is 3. So 3 times none is available in the list L1. Fine. We do not want to have this, but I wanted to show you that none, none, none is there. Okay, now what is the logic? Count is equal to 0 for I in L. That is our list which is being passed to this function. Okay. L1 of count, that is a list which we created with none elements in it. L1 of count is equal to I plus 2. I is the elements of list L, and for that what we are doing is we are doing I plus 2. Okay. Count is equal to count plus 1. We used to say, fine. That is count plus equal to 1. Fine. And return L1. So after doing the addition of 2 in each and every element of original list, we return it. Okay. So for that, what we'll be getting as the output? Expected output is, if it is 1, 2, 3, we should be getting it as 3, 4, 5. And that's what we are getting here. Fine. That's what we are getting here. Right. Now, let us say to do the same thing. To do the same thing, here we are having the function wherein we are writing L1 is equal to empty list. Instead of giving it as initialize like this, what we do is we are initializing it as empty list. Okay, empty list. Now what we do for I in L, that is our original list, L1 dot append I plus 2. So whatever is the element of our L, we do plus 2 and then after we are appending to our list which is part of our this function, and then after we return L1. So to get the same output, we have to do this way. Either do it this way, that is L1 is equal to empty and then append, or otherwise you can do it this way, that is none and length of original array, we should have the array, original list, we should have the new list, and then after we can say I plus 2, we can do and store in the new array, that is L1, or otherwise very simple is have the empty list and then after we can append the values and value we can calculate as whatever is I plus 2 and we can append that. Fine. So both the way we can do, isn't it? Now, what do we say? List is mutable, isn't it? List is mutable. Okay, so tuples and list look very similar, isn't it? Yes, they look similar, but we can say tuples are having parentheses and list are having the square brackets. Do not forget that, okay? Do not forget that. Tuples and strings are immutable and lists are mutable, right? Lists are mutable. Okay, so what we do? Let us take the example, we can have the idea. We already know what is immutable and what is mutable, but let us now try all of them together to have the idea, okay? So let us take the example, okay? List. Indoor is equal to badminton, table tennis, carom. Outdoor is equal to football and cricket. Games is equal to indoor and outdoor. Now see, what we are doing is, we are creating a tuple. You can see here, this is tuple, isn't it? Because inside the parenthesis, we are putting something. What we are putting inside? That is list, okay? Two lists we are putting inside the tuple, okay? Indoor and outdoor. And then after we are trying to print that tuple. So what will be getting as the output? It is both the list available in the tuple, right? Let's see the example. We can have the idea. Here, this is indoor, this is outdoor, and this games, this is tuple, isn't it? This is list. Square bracket is there, this is tuple as it is there in the parenthesis, okay? And when we print this, what output we are getting is in the parenthesis, we are having a list. This is the first list, comma. We are having the second list and that is this one, right? But it is there inside the parenthesis and that is why it is tuple, right? Tuple of lists we can say, okay? Cards is equal to sol, hearts and free cell. Cards is equal to 3 items we have initialized. This is a list, okay? What is games of 0? Badminton, table tennis, carom. Where was it used? Here it is, right? Let me run it again. Games. Games was this one, right? Now in this we are having only two elements actually, two lists are there. So when we are doing games of 0, it will give the first list as the return value. Fine. Let us take one more example. That is games is equal to tuple, indoor outdoor cards. Indoor outdoor cards. Now print games 1. What it will give us the output? That is, one is list that is for indoor items. Second one is the list for outdoor items. And third one is the list for cards. Right? For cards. But, but. It is tuple of list, right? It is tuple of list. Okay. Now, games 1 is equal to badminton, table tennis, carom. Tuple inside that list is there. Okay. Tuple inside that list is there. Then after football, cricket is there. Then after soul, hearts, tree cell is there, right? 3 lists are there inside the tuple. Now, what we print is, we print games 1 colon 2. Now, what should it give is? Here, nothing is given for the starting index. So, it will start from 0. And end index is given as 2. So, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, 0 and 1, 2 items it should print. So, games 1 of 0 is a list that is badminton, table tennis, carom. And list 1 is football and cricket, right? So that's what we are getting. One more example. Indoor is equal to badminton, table tennis, carom. Outdoor is equal to football, cricket. Games is equal to indoor and outdoor. Okay. So if we print the games, we'll be having the tuple for 2 lists, right? Tuple of 2 lists. Why we have done the same thing? Because we want to have the values like the original one, and then we want to do something, right? What we want to do is we want to replace the outdoor 0. So how we can do that? Outdoor of 0 is equal to hockey, right? We want to replace that. Now here will it replace? Obviously, because list is mutable, it is changeable, right? So it will change that. Now, if games 1 colon 2 is equal to games, print true as false. Outdoor of 0 is hockey. So it will replace whatever is the value available at the outdoor 0. Outdoor 0 is football. So it will replace that with the hockey. Then this 0 colon 2. 0 is written. No, nothing is mentioned. So it is 0. Okay. And this is 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So 0 and 1. Two things we should check and get, and then after we should check it with the games. So are they having the same thing or not? That's what we want to get. Let us run and see whether they are same or not. Yes, they are true. Now, change to list will change tuple which reference it. Okay. As such, tuple is immutable, right? But change to the list will change tuple which reference it. Let's see the example. We can have the idea. Indoor is equal to tuple. Badminton, table tennis, carom. Games is equal to list, badminton, table tennis, carom. And second is a list which is having football, cricket, let us scroll it, right? Football and cricket, right? Two lists are available inside this tuple. That is, one is badminton, table tennis, carom. This list, and second one is football and cricket. Okay. Now, what do we want to check? If badminton in indoor, do we have the badminton? Yes, it is that. Here it is available. Fine. So if it is so, it will print true, else it will print false. So what do you say? Will it return true or false? It should return true, isn't it? Why? Because badminton is available in the indoor. So yes, it is returning true. Now let us iterate over the list. So which list we are considering? Or which tuple we are considering? Actually, this is the tuple, right? Inner list, if we want to have, then it is fine. Let us say that games is what? It is the tuple, right? It is the tuple of list. Okay. So if we want to iterate over list, we should write one more statement. Let me show you that. First of all, let us have this so we can have the idea. Indoor is equal to tuple, badminton, table tennis, carom. Games is equal to badminton, table tennis, carom. This is list, right? This is list which is inside the tuple. Then after we can say the second one is football and cricket. It is list inside the tuple. Now if we print the games, that is for I in games, we are iterating it and print I. What we get? We get it as, for first one, this, it gives badminton, table tennis, carom. This first one, first list. And for second one, it gives us as football and cricket. Fine, whole list are being printed while we iterate the games list. List? No. Games tuple of list. Okay. Now if I want to iterate this list, then what should I do? Is instead of printing it here, or let it be, after that, let us have not this. It will do. No, it will not do. We should have it this way. That is for say K in I, and then after we should say that print K. So it will return the first list, but after that let me have it as AND is equal to AND is equal to the dot, right? So on the one line we'll be able to see the output and we can differentiate it very easily. Let's see. So what it says, badminton, table tennis, carom, football, cricket, everything is there. So how to differentiate it is the first list and second list? No need to worry. Let us have the print available here. Fine. Let us have this here. Oh. Okay. In one line, the elements of list 1 and this is the element of list 2. Okay. Now, change in the list which is referenced by tuple. Tuple will also be changed. Let's see. L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the list. Okay. We'll print that. So we'll be having the idea of our original list. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now tuple we are having, that is 1, 2 and L. This is tuple, isn't it? But which is having reference of our list, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I do? Print T. That is this tuple we are printing. So it will be 1, 2, the list, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I am doing is L of 0 is equal to 6. I am modifying the list which was referenced in tuple, right? So what is the case? That print, that is after modifying, if we print the L, we'll be getting it as 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and print T, that is a tuple. It will be having the value as 1, 2, okay. And then after we can say for this list, which was being referenced inside the tuple, it will replace the 0 index value as 6, which was 1 here. Now it is replaced with 6. Fine? Let us now consider one more example. Let us say we want to use append. So let's see. V1 is equal to 1, 2, 3 is a list. Okay. T1 is equal to tuple, that is equal to V1 and comma V1, and inside that we have given the slice, but start and end indexes we haven't provided. So what happens? When we print V1, it will give us 1, 2, 3. It is simple list. What about T1? That is a tuple. So what we'll be having is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? For this one, as start and end indexes are not there, it will consider the whole list, right? So this tuple T1 is having 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, two lists available inside it. Okay. Now what I do is V1 dot append is 4. So original list V1 we are changing. So the tuple which reference it, that will also be changed. So if I print V1, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I print T1, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. Got the point? This is V1 of slice was given, right? So that was having the direct value. So it is 1, 2, 3 and it will remain same. Okay, it is not going to change. The reference variable, if it is being used here, that will replace the modification. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4 will be able to see, but there is no change for this 1, 2, 3. Getting it? Now, steps to change an individual element of tuple. Very interesting example, specific example we can say. What we want is, we know that tuple is immutable. One way that is, if you take a few elements and you assign it to say tuple, that is if you are creating a new tuple with the same name, then to it will change the tuple values or tuple element values, but directly we cannot change it. That is a T1 of something and you change the value, that is not possible here. So what should we do? We want to change individual element of tuple, right? Tuple is immutable, isn't it? Still we want to do that. So what are the ways? First is convert the tuple to list. Convert the tuple to list. Oh, so list is mutable, isn't it? Okay, so change the element in the list and convert the changed list back to the tuple. Very simple, isn't it? So now we are having a tuple. I love Python. 3 elements are there in it. 3 strings are there in this particular tuple. Now for a given tuple, when we print, it will give us, say, I love Python. Okay. Now after that, list 1. That is equal to list of my tuple. What we are doing is we are converting tuple to list. Here we can say converting tuple to list, right? Now after converting that, what we'll be getting is whatever I love Python was there, that was there in the tuple. Now that will be there in the list. That is I love Python. Okay. Then what we do is list one of one. We are changing and that we are giving it as practice. Okay. So instead of love, now it is having the word that is practice. So after changing, what will be there in list one? That is I practice Python. Now my tuple is equal to tuple of list. Again, we are converting this list to tuple. Again means we are again operating on it. First of all, whatever was there in the tuple, we have converted it to list. Now we are converting list to the tuple. Okay, so that we can do with the help of tuple of list. Here, when we converted to list, that was list of my tuple, and for converting it to tuple, we are having tuple of list 1, right? And after converting, what we'll be getting is the modified tuple with the element change, right? With the element change, okay? So it is I practice Python, okay? So now we want to learn that is multi-dimensional list. List of list is multi-dimensional list, isn't it? Say for 2D, L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 lists are there in it. When we print it, it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it is the way the elements are there, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now for I in L, print I. So we want to iterate the 2D list. Okay, we want to iterate the 2D list, right? So this is a simple thing, that is for I in L and print I. Okay. But if we want to get it row and column wise, then what should we have is for I in L, for J in L, print J and is equal to space and separate. So we'll be able to see it as the matrix form, right? We'll be able to see it as matrix form. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now when we are having the matrix form, actually it is 2D list, but it is to represent the matrix, isn't it? So what should we do is, we should do the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Let me first run and show you this. Fine. So proper output, we can say it is useful for matrix operations. So let us do the addition of two lists. For that, what we'll be doing is, L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And result is equal to none multiplied by len of L, right? Now, for I in range of L, result of I is equal to none into len of I, right? Now, for J in range of len of L of I, result of Ij, that is equal to len of L of Ij plus L of Ij. We want to do the addition of same matrix. Okay, same matrix with itself. So we'll be getting the output as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14, 16, 18. Okay. Element wise multiplication of 3 cross 3 list. First of all, we run this, then we'll do that next example. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, right? Now element wise multiplication, that will be, for that we need to have the result is equal to none multiplied by len of L. Same way here also, result of phi, that is equal to none multiplied by len of L of phi. This is same as this? No, it is not this. Here it is only result. Here it is result of I, right? So have the difference in your mind. For j is equal to, for j in range of len of L of I and result of ij, that is equal to L of ij multiplied by L of ij. So we'll be getting it as 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 14, 49, 64 and 8. Okay.